The Sahrawi Association of Alberta, they get elections for the presidency on the 10th of August, when approximately next Saturday, to be precise. And the new president, after the election, go replace the outgoing president within for 2 terms, when Dr. Foday Conteh and the executive. As of now, the stakes couldn't be higher because 2 candidates and they don't come forward. When Mr. Foday Conteh and Mama Toure, the tension don't mount as both camps them, both Mr. Foday Conteh and in partner with Mata Ye Kokabayo and Mayama inside, then they try for get votes, then they try for campaign. So this forum, the urge for can talk to the candidates. So I go first start with Mr. Foday Conteh. I can Osia, for they can tell me how prepared he be. So Mr. Foday Conteh, welcome to this program.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Oldfield. One for we take the initiative for come meet me this afternoon to ask me exactly waiting inspire me for come up for run for this big office now we community. Then number 1. Number 2, I also want to thank you for the role we don't play for the past how many years now this community for project the image of a community out there.
Thank you.
And that is very key. As an elder and at the same time a journalist, you did do your job and you intervene when they need it for intervene. So I tell you, thank you. You take that initiative for come meet me personally and ask me exactly what inspire me for actually run for this big office.
Okay, people don't go on first. Who that start Foday Conteh?
Or Foday Conteh na Sierra Leonean. I know we say na under common and be a common see a common Sierra Leonean is a Sierra Leonean. Because na Salona born and I spend my time there. And I work there. I work part of the civil service for a very long time, at least from university of from a college where I graduate. Straight up, I get the opportunity for working at the government circle. But again, I get for doing me volunteering first before ever I get the opportunity for work at the government circle there. But even before then, like I don't work with youth sem as soon as I graduate, because there is no job. Then what I get for do? I get for work with me youth sem around the community, when the grassfield community, create projects and where GTZ been the fund. And when I create, I make sure that I'm not creating for myself. I make sure that I hand that over to the youths and they will create that project for. And they benefit a lot. Yeah, before ever I even start for work for government, so I've been link them more now to some of them projects. Then they weigh on the benefits the grassroots community up till this time what they talk about. So yeah, after that, like I get for after of course what I've been do with the government, me have been senior monitoring and evaluation officer. So nobody's telling me about project. You know, nobody. No about project. That I'm a discipline that one day. Senior monitoring and evaluation officer. Now the Ministry of Social Security, Labor and Social Security. And the program where I've been work on the subset of what we call the National Social Insurance Trust. We've been to deal with the second component where that the National Social Safety Net. And the Social Safety Net basically they cater for the old age, for the aged, where some they not ever work for government before and they know they get government pension. So waiting the government ask we for do, we could put a program in place where they support the elders here now we Sierra Leone community.
So with all this far that means to say people don't know who that Foday Conteh be. So now I go ask you, what motivates you for carry on for this position? Because you don't there for quite a while. I believe you don't serve at the first time of this of the outgoing executive. What motivates you now for come stay? You want to take the position, you want to run for the position. You can tell people them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oldfield. Sometime in life, you get for realize one thing, that any self you find yourself, try for make yourself very viable. Try for see how best you go able for make an input to that society where you find yourself. So on that note, I don't dey na this community for a long time now, and I don't know exactly wetin are some of the problems where we community they face. I no go tell you lie, I go acknowledge the fact say past executives and don dey play a very predominant role for make sure that they keep this community like it is so today. Of course, in the manifesto night, you can attest to the fact say I start for acknowledge the beer gunners of what we call the Sierra Leone Association today.
That's
I
right,
use the
you
big
did.
word beer gunners that are the
So
founding.
what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
The people in one scene a big English for the country they use to broken down to we will not understand better.
Like the papa them, we actually begin this association.
Front runners.
Yeah, the front runners, you know, we begin this association. We actually develop them to the stage where it is so. And of course, I've been clearly highlight the all. I give a brief background of the Sierra Leone Association itself, then the people that we actually contribute for develop up to today, like the idea so today. So if you ask me what give me the inspiration, of course, every leader or every executive they did you beat from the problems where they did face where you can be try for step in and try for bring and inject a new idea as to how for solve them problems and he move from that point to another point, another level. More or less try for take care of that particular aspect there. So if me go come in, if I don't notice any problems in the community, I go just say, Doc, still continue, brah.
Exactly.
You know, they do a good job. But when I notice some of them problems in there, I get a responsibility as a citizen for step in and make sure that we try for take care of some of them and continue with the good things where they carry on in the community.
No doubt, this executive way take over from 2018, led by Dr. Abu Conteh. You've been then at the executive and other people have been beginning with some, and a lot happened. Several things happen, positive, but not all things will be good. So what you would do when I begin with 14-point plan, but somewhere along the line, you step off. So when let me get 14-point plan. What do you feel to say if they vote you in? What do you feel to say you would do better?
Yeah, well, basically, me no go say I get 14-point plan. Of course, I was part of that initiative, and all the paid work will culminate to the creation of them 14-point plan. Then I was part and parcel of that, of course, no doubt. Except somebody no one for acknowledge them, as the case may always be. Of course, we don't they come out from different quarters, but as far as I know, anything we get for do with community business. Now, collective effort, and that me believe in. And as they can't tell you exactly what in our plans for the next 2 years, I not go tell you say me Foday Conteh. I go tell you say we, because you not get for deal with me alone, and not to me alone get for do the job. I get people around me we at least get for put hand together, and the rest of the community. Because if the community not agree with you, there is no way you go able to do anything. Right. So I always use the word we, because if I value the human resource where I get around we, where I feel say when we put that resource together, we all go before. So if any success come, now we succeed, not to me succeed. We they succeed together as a community. So now that me believe in.
So I see you take woman for you as you projected VP. You got any reason for take woman? Where the last one have been man and man. So this time I see you take woman. You got anything for that? Then they get for talk a lot to demand them?
Mr. Oldfield, I tell you this for free, and I take woman for a very good reason, because woman then now them born way. In fact, if I even get me way, or if they been giving me way, I rather prefer for even serve under the woman than in serve close to me. You know.
So I want to repeat that point. It's the Foday Conteh say if you been getting way. Now anyone walks up there, be say the woman are the boss. But in don't decide now say I want you talk to part the people in your back.
Yeah, because they can say woman and them born we, and the woman who are actually bring close to me for be me VP. I try for convince and say, okay, you yourself, you go before, me go work under you. Because I know the kind of woman. I know a woman of substance. Now the woman this way they his hand up, nobody able for pin and down.
No.
Somebody where they wouldn't serve this community, the woman and this community. We all know now mama them. But them problem them big pass we. You know, but except if you not get patience. But if you get patience, you go able for deal with them problems. Now that's exactly this woman don't manifest now we community. For hold the woman there up to this point, but it's not easy. So I even feel kind of guilty if you are not served under them. But again, now woman with open heart, you know what are capable for do. You get that respect there for me. You know, say at least woman, no matter how much you get forget man way for help you out. You know, behind any great man there is a woman. That we know, of course. Yeah. So if I go bring woman near me, I not do mistake. Oh. And equally so, we administration, you get for be 50-50. Sometimes if you not take well balanced. If you not take you get for be 65. Woman more than man less. So I actually now that kind picture there they look at, you know, down the line.
Mr. Conteh, there is a growing concern where I think the whole community know if you be president, there is a deep divide. As of now, the community deeply divided. What will you do if you are voted as president for bring unity where everybody they yearn for? Because it was not like this before. It goes without saying. It was not like this before. What you would do as the new president, if you are voted, for bring unity who we all the yearn for?
Yeah, thank you again for that question. The way you asked me, Mr. Oldfield. Sometime back, when the bell begin ring, they say, hey, the community they divide or they disintegrate. Still like some of we not being seen for say on that picture there. Instead they say, oh no, not just 1%. But I can tell you this, Mr. Oldfield. This one I deep down my heart. I did talk to you about this one. And maybe Mr. Lofa Mulayari. One Sierra Leonean, one Sierra Leonean, a value to me.
That's right.
So another percentage. Yeah, another percentage at all. One single Sierra Leonean, a very, very, very valuable to me. Let alone now, I say 10%, and me not get percentage. Me own system of governance, you not get percentage. All hands on deck. I set up an inclusive system of administration whereby everybody they participate in the affairs of a community. Now we responsibility for build a community together. So on that note, one of the key platform the world they set up where everybody need for know, because one key thing we missing now we community that respect, Papa. But body grab he just talk pantap a big one in head.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, look, standing all right.
Not right to me at all, and I believe say the greater part of the community that not right to them.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it all get for start from you, the leader SSF.
Yeah.
If me no able for grab, if you know able for grab, Mr. Wolfie for come, you can't talk to me about an issue, then you advise me. If I know able for take your advice, Papa, I'll go able for tell that boss say stop. So the ball they start right from me, and how they start from me. I make sure that I create an elders council, no matter even if I'm not the president, even if I'm not the president, that elders council is very, very important.
So empower them.
I empower, give so much power to that elders council, so much so that it pass me, even me the president. What in that mean? That me the president, Mr. Sef, me own feather. Yeah, if you want cack, believe me, then they broke and down. Then they broke and down. Tell me, say, hey, you the rule people them, and then people there put you there, and I don't want any suppose for serve. You know, can stand against them for begin the car with, future business partner. No, they work. Yeah, so if you say you're not able to handle that, my friend, you get a responsibility. Then they meet the wider community, tell us, hey, the way this man they be, not like him. So the best bet is, will they take a decision?
We can get another one what they call conflict resolution, which have not been bad. How effective do you feel Sudan they been go up till this time?
The conflict resolution committee, of course, then gets in line of duty. Yeah, and then task then clearly spelled out. Of course, then they do a very good job. And I not go tell you lie, that committee they go still remain. But as I say, that elders council is very key.
So it will be the overriding.
The overriding.
Okay.
Because in the event the conflict resolution committee fail, we get the elders council. And that elders council day, I will tell you for free, because we talk about unifying the whole community, Mr. Oldfield. And unifying the whole community, not to one man. It don't start like nothing like cumulative.
Yeah.
So as such, we use that same cumulative method again for remedy that situation. How? The composition of this committee. The composition of this committee, therefore, include all the past presidents,
Good.
all the past presidents, because they are stakeholders in this community. And if they're not stakeholders in this community, obviously their role end when the tenure end. It continues. And how they continue, then get a say in this community. We're not going to just take them dump them. No. These are the people, like I say, the be honest. These are the people who actually put this community together. So if they see the community they go apart, then get a responsibility for bring them back. One voice goes a long way.
There's another concern about the role of the religious leaders. Be it we'll get pastor them and we'll get imam them to the. So whose role you feel to say them will get for play? Will you be president?
Like I say, we get this elders council.
So then will be part of that.
Yeah, of course, all the community subgroups. Yeah. All the community subgroups. Of course, we get the Gbami group there. Yeah. Then get a leadership. Automatically, that don't qualify for belong to that particular council there. Yeah. We get the Taopane. Yeah. Automatically, that don't qualify for becoming a member of that particular council there. Yeah, you get KDU. The leadership automatically, the president of that subgroup there don't qualify for. Similarly, the women support group, the same thing. We get the Canada Padu, and we get the young ones away now, the DJ connections and all them committees and their subgroups and then they do a very good job now the community and they were now the fabric of a society. Now they were we need for put together each and every one of their leadership then they become member of that particular subgroup. The reason why I say the Truth and Reconciliation Committee they remain as it is. Now we as an executive first hub down the first liaison down between the executive and the people. They make a complaint there. If then say yes, we don't tire, we're not able this. Obviously, the elders council therefore take responsibility.
Thank you. You don't touch on some certain point, but there is another point where we yearn for. There has been a sudden disinterest, so to speak, of the youth. The youth then they look shy away. They picking them. They know they take full. I mean, I'm not saying this executive, this outgoing, they do a lot. But what more could you do to attract more inclusiveness of the youth or the young one? Because there were complaints before that they were not being taken care of, they were not being cared for. But I believe even the time we be on try. But what you could do for make that situation the better, because these are the future, right?
Correct. You're absolutely right. The youth get a very big stake in we own administration where they come in. Because as I say, the whole thing about governance is not about I, it's about we. That's me believe in collective effort. So for the youths, get a grand plan for them. I get a grand plan for the we get a grand plan for the youths. Even before the elections. They come. We don't make sure that we reach out to a lot of these youths. You can imagine during the time where I do my manifesto, somebody tell you, say, Akaya because na you. Because they don't sideline we for a long time. Yeah. And this is not 1, this is not 2, this is not 3, this is not 4, this is not 5. Some people are telling you, say, are they registered because of you? Because if you say you, na man we get people at heart, he take care of it, he very respectful, how to talk to people. And as I can't on at the podium, he say, bro, the way he talk to me, the way he talk to me, the way he address me, the kind coolness way address me, say, believe in me, I they go register straight. Yeah. Me and my family, would they go register straight?
So they don't bring lots of enthusiasm.
So it kind of, that particular night, they inject a lot of enthusiasm in the minds of the youth, where they are the sidelines. Yeah. And some don't they call.
Undecided.
Yeah, exactly. You see, some don't they even call waiting they want for see. As I say, like the plans where we get for the community, for the youth, end right there. Because we don't know it all. Then therefore come up again down the line for tell we say now this and this and this, because they are directly affected. So obviously they know exactly what they need. So if I set up me plans them, obviously like these are just now a projection that they make. So now then therefore coming and tell you say, okay, this one will want this one no want this now want this, will not want this. Yeah, but one key thing where I go assure you like that with soccer for the youth
yes,
we definitely revive them. Yes. We make sure we revamp them and we'll bring them back live.
Because sports play an integral role for helping Pekin. Look like in the case of Alfonso Davis, he's the eye of Canada. And a refugee Pekin Liberia and Pekin where them born in Ghana. Now look where don't change. Look at what happened to Kuku Guaf na the tennis Pekin in America. So sports play an integral role alongside the education. Another area we talk of, we dey some talk them way. I don't know if we go a dim place right now. We dey able some talk them, but funds, not funds for woman them and we don't call. If you take over, are you able for going to the internet for know if anything go wrong, because we know the point finger upon nobody right now. Now something no more with the flow. So one know I don't know if you go, if you take over now, you get your vote you. How you go do for harness internet without finger pointing, and but we do the right thing for make sure say all funds the way supposed for go side good.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oldfield. Like I say, we own initiative therefore be a little bit different.
Tell them at the camera.
Yeah, it therefore be a little bit different. How? If a particular fund come, I know say this particular fund I apply for for a particular reason or for a particular group, because they not get the power for apply, but they rely on we. Now we responsibility this for look for into their areas, and if I go see funds some side, I say this one are for the woman there. Believe me, I they make sure that I draw the leadership, I tell and say, hey, funds and they are. Even though I they apply on behalf of the community, yeah, if I did it. Exactly. If I make sure that I specify 'em. You don't understand, eh? Yeah. And if I get the resources and they, believe me, if not then at the majority and then get a committee, trust me, Mr. Oldfield, I don't get any hesitation. I will give them. This is your baby. Now not self-implement them. Of course, the executive will definitely be part and parcel of that implementation process, but not go left behind the leadership and the rest of the women them we directly affected, because when you do a project, you get for set the problem. The problem statement should be right there. Yeah. You get for set up the problem statement, and based on that problem statement, they go able to analyze how this project will help for remedy them problems and they. Because you can only write them grants and they because there is an issue at stake. If there is no issue at stake, why I need for write any grant? So if somebody tell you say, for the baby, get that kind of no. At least I don't live within the project circle for a while, but I don't know it all. But anything we get for do with agriculture, I'm not an agriculturist, but trust me, I will harness that. I will look for that person. We get that knowledge in agriculture. I bring and come. I say, most more do this project here. Because he know the terminologies the way they put, he know the catchphrase the way they put. We go able for captivate the funder for make sure that he get the right wording for that project there.
Thank you. Well, we round up now because we got Bokutem for Toko. This is just this is for let you tell people waiting now. People know waiting. Other than you and waiting are some of your projections. So we go make you plans. Now the election are just next week. Just this less than 2 weeks. Next week Saturday. So the one that will go they confused. They don't know where to side for go. Tell them now. So they round up the program. Are you going for canvas vote from them right now?
Fambule, this message they go to una. I know say some man
talk to the old,
yeah, some
the young,
man,
and
yeah.
the what they call it.
Some man not able for decide yet. But me, waiting that they can't talk to una so today, I want for make una make a decision. But it's up to una. If una feel say waiting they tell una, it look appealing to una, the honors day up on una for make sure that una vote me in as una next president. And all the thing where they can't tell una nothing their way be say impossible. It happen. With man called deliverables. Yes. These are things the way they happen. Till we no able for implement, we tell them say this will not go implement them. So I go just take me time for just catalog them inside 2 minutes, so we go able to understand exactly wetin they can do. One, we go for make sure that we take care of that community unification day. Of course, I don't talk about the elders council who are for create. Of course, the broad-based executive who are for set up, who will get for set up. Then, of course, inside it, we get for make sure that we ensure transparency in all aspects. We not only talk about transparency and financial matters, but also in other aspects. Are people treated fairly? If we get something we be saying for everybody, why this one they overuse them than the other person? Marginalization. That would try for avoid them. In particular, the WhatsApp. The treatment of people is not fair. So we make sure that we set up a standard whereby nobody not they marginalize anybody. And that particular WhatsApp, the administration of that WhatsApp, they go day now your own hands. The general community membership, making all the rest on the executive, but Una said they get involved in that.
What if people want misuse the WhatsApp? Because some people they misuse the WhatsApp. You don't feel to say the executive, the association for control, and because many times people can misuse situation. Now some of the people and they behave and they feature big person, feature them pairs. Then don't you think it should be controlled somehow?
Exactly. But what are they trying for saying? You get forget a representative from the general membership.
Okay.
Yeah, we be say then obviously like then they for the people. Yeah, then they look at things from a very objective perspective. Because if we look at not so for say the executive member who will be part of that WhatsApp administration, they not go look at them from that perspective. Say this one is not good, this one is not good.
So you don't,
yeah, yeah. So therefore, they now make a tell you will get a representation from the member from the general membership, and me, the president, not going to be part of that WhatsApp group administration. No, I won't be. Then the other very important thing where they affect we this now we community, of course, this immigration and social integration process. People and they struggle a lot. Then they come for even get people for do for them cases, a big deal. For even person for make you go look after that person, they what they do, what you know they do, all anything in the and Sierra Leoneans and they just can't know nobody now. Now we your responsibility for look after them, for look after their needs. What they want. You want to see them, how they go about them. They need people and will get that technical know how for guide them and make sure that they take them at the right path so then go be legal in the country. Then in that same aspect, we don't get that sponsorship agreement holder certificate. Will they help you for bring people then? So obviously, like there is a whole lot of opportunities that there around that we able to explore. And with we administration, obviously we try for work on that. They're very hard and for regain that certificate day. It not necessarily means if you get one, I can't read then before ever I do. We get a lot of other Sierra Leoneans where they outside in other parts of the world, then in a refugee camp. Why do we think we use this one for more could bring them camp? Yeah. So obviously, like we want to make sure that we hammer down the heavily and as we take over now one of the things and then they will start for work on right away. People and they are another one there. They want to bring them people them. How they go able for carry them? They don't know what to do. They don't pay lawyer this that. They not able to get way for carry them. So all anything and they. Some man they try for sponsor in family. You go pay money to a lawyer. How you go pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000?
We're not able to afford.
We're not able to afford. Yeah, we coming. We try for help all them families so that they go do and cost free. They cost them penny. We make sure that we set that committee the way they work on all them programs and they without costing a dime to a community member. Because now a big problem for them. Then they struggle for survive. Then at the same time you can't put additional burden. You get for pay how many thousand to lawyer, except when they need a rise. And even when they need a rise for a lawyer, believe me, we make sure that we get that lawyer there. We be say they left everything, we negotiate with them as a community. We get the necessary discounts we need for support we young community members. Yeah, so in that aspect of immigration, we get for work very hard on that day. Of course, I don't talk about the youths, we ask me. Of course, we seniors them. There are ongoing programs, very good programs, and I like the leadership, the committee, the head of the committee for seniors.
Yeah, Mrs. John.
Mrs. John. I like the way they administer them, and he will continue for that position there. Because he able, he get the patience for doing. The resources, we will continue for explore the resources. And the seniors, now then they determine what they want. Even if what you put now say, now this and this what they can do for the seniors, but they know what they want. All responsibility now for source the funds for them so that they go able for carry out and programs them where they want for carry out and link them up with other senior.
Even to this house, so they talk to you, say from here, we get program, the seniors program.
Perfect.
So that means we're in for.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, like I mean, that therefore continue. You know, they stop at all. They continue. You see. Then on the same senior side, you know, say other senior organizations and the other communities and they will get a senior you know, other societies and they will get a senior. Yeah. So how best we able for link them, with more than get that exchange programs, so that way they go able for, yeah. So Mr. Oldfield, like I mean, as I tell you, I get a whole lot of programs for the seniors who they look at, but the honors rest upon them. Now then I'll be going there. Now then they tell what they want. Exactly. So obviously, like I mean, now they then go for determine what they want, what they don't get, and what they want from that point moving forward. So now then your responsibility then. But one key thing what I just want to assure you this: now elderly people them. And we get picking in our community, we get young girl in our community, we get young man in the community, within the health field. Yeah. And then they do a lot. So all what you able for do for them seniors, I will make sure that we get a committee of health practitioners where we get for the look after the older people there. Yes. And similarly, so even we picking them now the community too. Yeah. The young picking them when they born, you know, help them. We get social workers them. We get a committee who will set for go to look after the comrade. Yeah, so that them picking and go help them picking them for make it go for make them come off fine, you know, make them help the society as well.
One other area before you go, one other area. Then they look so like people in the street now, then come on in the street and forget the daycare. Is there any way where this community we wouldn't call will get like people are we trained for help for take care of picking them, so then they go lessen the burden. And we come out there we picking the way they born. They're not gonna person for look them picking there. Is there any possibility say people in doing a not there or people are we trained for them thing they will go able access fund with them go able get their own daycare for help the community? Is possible?
Yeah, I would say it possible, but I no go vouch for that because the government itself, because anything which they do, like I mean, here for look at what in the government they do. Yes. Yeah, then they pay for daycare, right? Okay. Yeah, so then they pay for daycare. So which obviously they look at, what about parents? I'm like, so when newcomers, they're not qualify for that daycare day. Now the thing we will get for look into critically. Yeah, because we know say then we be say they not qualify. They not qualify for apply for daycare. And if you not qualify for apply for daycare, the honors come back to we as an executive for see how best to be able to help them. So in an area we'll get for look into critically and know exactly how they handle them. But as it is now, I not go vouch for say yes because that discussion they not come up at the table. That discussion they not come up at the table. Yeah, so once it come up, then you can go from there. And other very important thing we go on for me family they know that the woman them as I say na a priority to we. Na a priority to we. So the woman them business. The woman them business will not they joke with them. That's right. This administration, now woman them business will not they joke with them. They don't suffer a lot. And then they still endure that suffering. So obviously we need for make sure that we listen to them cries. Right. They don't cry a lot. And no matter waiting, so man, they just try no more, but believe in me, things not they go fine. So how best to go able for help them out? How best to all go able for work things together, so that to go able for save them situation. And we get some of the way then they do business. Some they need the one for start business, but the resources not there. Some they know it in and they cook na host, so at least when I come, how we able for promote that person there, that kind of situation in there. What if we come together? 1, 2, 3, we now set up a restaurant. So now we have responsibility as a community for see how best we be able for work around the business community, for see how we able for source funds and all that for able for secure that kind of opportunity for them. So that way they say we'll get chance for employ other people. Yeah, people in the crowd and you come and they go work and they pay them. So obviously, like all the situations, and then Mr. Oldfield that you get for look at critically, and women then they play a very predominant role, especially in terms of their food, what they call and all that thing. And you can remember Patricia in small brother. They tell you say, they produce this pepper. Yeah. Now we responsibility for market them. Yeah, now we responsibility. He's a youth, but he already getting he's still doing it. He gets in talented. Now we get for promoter. Obviously, people in the outside we need some of them thing in there. But if we get that all confined in one bucket, obviously like we be able for plan them thoroughly and come up with something very, very lucrative for them. Then the other very important thing I want for emphasize now is the one they say, well, where this government they go now, what about the community hall? The community hall, of course, this is, like I say, government and continuity now ongoing. And at the same time, there is always room for improvement. Now, we get a small one we'll get, but at the same time, we maintain them while we look forward for work for a bigger one. And I want for Hashem to say, it not go be just the Sierra Leone community. We try as best as possible for collaborate with the Liberian community. The more the merrier. They are brothers, they are sisters, you know. So when you say Liberia, you don't say Sierra Leone. Right. So obviously, like if we come together, I assure you, Mr. Oldfield, I assure me community members them. Trust me, we'll get something bigger. Yeah, we'll get something bigger. But not a very good.
From the expected new president, yes.
Yeah, this one a very good start. It starts from small, then you go bigger. You know, so now a very good job. At least we don't start from that side. So, but then we look at the bigger picture, and where possible, like we talk with the Liberian leadership. The community, the city gets lands way available. How best we able for secure them spaces and they for we own rec centers, you know. Yeah, so all anything and then I think the way they man in table so that we're able for discuss them and see how best we're able for move forward with anything and they. And of course we get that relationship with the subgroups. We want to make sure that we support this because they were now the cultural hub. You know, of we own salon association. So and we they make sure that we empower the cultural groups here, we they empower the subgroups here so much that then self they see themselves say yes, we are very viable by the community. And another very from the international perspective, you know, I want for assure you say, while we are Sierra Leoneans, what would they do for help people and back home? It's very key. So we get an agenda for that. We get a very big agenda for that. One, we will make sure that we continue, we do that book drive for support the education of Sierra Leone. And where possible, like I say, we get health practitioners in there. Then we're able for show with the leeway how we're able for get medical equipment and we're able for help with people in back home. Of course, we'll get for make sure that at the end of the year, some picking and they then back then they just take and then go through it. So how best to go able forget that all that stuff then they will ask organizations that they are not happy with them back, they are not happy with this, they are not happy with A, B, and C. Yeah, not happy with A, B, and C. So then go able for help with their school materials and they. Yeah, then go able for help with their school materials and they. We send them. So they're vulnerable primary schools in our country. So all that should say yes, we in the diaspora we contribute back home. Even though they send money and all that, yet still, these are some of the things we get with people over yonder. Then then go help you for implement some of that stuff. Then Mr. Mansari do them, mudslide in the event of an emergency. We're able for solicit funds and for go help with people and for remedy the situation. So if I go round up, I get a whole lot because the time not enough. Yeah, this time not enough. But I want to assure me people and say in the next couple of days, when I go they get with agenda, the overall agenda where we get for the community. Will they release them piece by piece? Agenda 1, agenda 2, agenda 3, agenda 4. And as I tell you, me no go do me one. I get me able vice president. Me go do one, instead do the other one. If me do agenda 1, in go do agenda number 2.
As soon as I be deliver upon
exactly.
Last Saturday, we probably lost. As soon as they do one after the other.
Exactly. That's women empowerment right from there. So I respect now all the women them and are happy that when they do a good job, the youth man them are happy that when they come out, when they do registration. Because now the key thing and they want to make sure that when go out and register genuinely. No go register because somebody is all because of food. No, don't do that. Just do the right thing. Make sure that you register yourself. You register whether if you say, yeah, this one is Sierra Leonean, because obviously that will get for vet all anything and day. So obviously, like I just appeal to now, do ya when I come out, when I can vote for me. And me vice president when I mat. The woman them, una not tired. The youth man them, the cow now don't begin come also. Una come out in numbers, una can vote. Una can vote for the future of una young picking and SSF. We there for help the community. And we only do part when we pass, the Pekin and then get for take charge. So we get for make sure that we set a very good platform where when they come for can take over, it will be very easy for them.
One
So,
last side before you say bye-bye. There was a van bought by the association. But we're not really not in that van, the static, and it was bought for people. And so we don't know what happened. If when you come over, you go able to forget the van moving because we don't know what's like the situation. Because up till now, the van are covered, as a journalist, are covered that van. But the van just static, it back at the whole day. What's in the gun? You go able for leather van, the movable. Where one left that side.
So one left that side,
Okay.
because just as you know, myself, like we are part of that project before, right?
Yes.
So, like, I mean, I know say yes, there is a community van, and this now one of the milestones that we vouch for the time we executive come into existence. We Dr. Conteh say, yeah, we will do that. We'll get this for the community, and indeed, it's there. But if I say I would tell you how it operates and the manner way they operate right now, because I've been not left the executive for a while now. Yeah, so like I'm not go able for
thank you.
Tell you that.
I've been just saying more bring that to your attention. So now with the round up, we can tell goodbye. When I don't hear at least most of waiting the expected president, the two people that would invite now, Mr. Foday Conteh and Marama Toure. At the round up now with Mr. Foday Conteh for telling a goodbye. Because from here, I don't know if I go able to do Marama today becoming a journalist. I got to be very objective. I did try my best. I don't talk to Marama in campaign manager yesterday. If they will give me the law, I will do the same thing with Marama. So I want to let you tell goodbye before we round up.
So I want to take this opportunity again on behalf of my campaign team for tell you plenty thank you. We take the initiative for coming to me right here for Maka tell you exactly what we stand for, and the what they serve as core values into we, right? And I just want to make that record straight, probably like in the beginning, like the way the interview go, like I mean, I not been get the opportunity for say that, but I will say that now in my conclusion, that we stand for 5 core values. One, we get respect for we get actual respect for the subgroups, and we believe that the subgroups are the power of the community, not the hub of the community. Number 2, and we believe in equality for all. We believe say at least we all, now God make we, and we all equal in the sight of God. So wouldn't we for can be in this a passive and a passive and this or a passive and this? No, that's not to that value they not to that value they we stand for. We stand for equality for all. The third one, when I core value for us, we believe say respect and they bring respect. So therefore, we believe that if we all respect ourselves, and that respect will continue and we respect everybody. Number 4, we believe in women empowerment. Women them, now people that we actually now them born we, and therefore if we get the opportunity for give them the trunk, more give them the trunk, may them do waiting capable for do because then they take care of who picking them, and then they take care of we. So obviously, like if we not empower them and give them that respect who they deserve, obviously, like I mean, we all not go able for living a peaceful life. So therefore, the woman them we get really get for empower them. Then number 5, this one, I want for make una take note of this one. We believe in transparency in all issues. Transparency in all issues. What does that mean? It not necessarily mean say that financial matters no more, we need transparency. Even with actions, we need transparency in our actions. With thoughts, if you're able to assess yourself and able to come out with a clear evaluation of yourself, say, hey, because self-assessment now one of the key way that now one of the tools that we go for use for assess another person. You see, so all that we get for put all that in place, and that now we call value. Then 5 things anyone mention, brah, and that we believe in, Papa. So if I go reach there, me fumble them, I want to take this opportunity for telling you plenty. Thank you for listening to me, and when I not hesitate for vote for a format. for vote for a full mat come August 10, 2024. Moku run away this face here next week Saturday. So I tell na Tata.
The Salon Association of Alberta, una don't listen. SLAA, una don't listen. Mr. Foday Conteh, winner one pan the two people with the vie for presidency of the Salon Association of Alberta, with the election will be held next Saturday in the community hall. Una know the address. So, me don't do me own. I don't can talk to Mr. Foday Conteh. I don't tell una exactly what in Matt, in vice president, call her Ofo Matt. So then they say, let una go vote for them. If you believe in all what you don't hear, make up your mind. So me, they say, una tata, I go try forget my own side, because that's my own job called for. And I will tell thank you to we come here person today when I Miss Conteh, and so I go say una tata till as soon as the election hall next week Saturday. Una bye bye and God bless we all.